This was so reminiscent of me getting off the air at KDK Radio and trying to get to Patterson Field before the kickoff. I didn't break any speeding limits, but I made it. Oh, man, did I make it. I'm here now. This is Westgate Middle School, where he happens to be the principal. It's parent-teacher night tonight, but he's Coach Cusick, and, of course, of your East Liverpool Potters. They get a win against Edison. They're back in action here at home coming up on Friday night. But before we get to the game as far as Bel Air, let's talk about the one that you hung on and got that single-point victory. That was one you're going to savor.
Oh, it was. Our kids played really well, just competed to the end. Excited that things went well for us because we had just been fighting and clawing, and finally we made some plays and good things happened. Our kids deserved to pull that one out.
Now, look, when you came here and you had so much success early, everybody just expected it would continue to be that way. One thing I've learned covering high school sports or any sports, you have the peaks and the valleys. So you're kind of like steady as she goes right now.
Well, that's the thing. We always tell our kids we want to avoid the peaks and valleys and try and have a steady climb. And right now we're climbing. And I think that's good. We're practicing really well, practicing hard. The kids are being positive, pushing one another. And they could have tanked, and they didn't. And I'm proud of them that they kept the effort and just stuck together and just kept pushing each other at practice, and it's paying off.
Tell the audience what I've noticed as far as this Potter community, and as Digger Dawson says, blue and white forever. I got to Patterson Field and I was trying to find you, and I noticed there was a sea of people eating dinner, players, parents, people that work the concession stand, the entire community. Boy, that's just so nice to see people buying in, but more importantly, breaking bread and spending time at this place that is Patterson Field.
That's important. I think, it's more than a home. The kids respect it and are learning all the traditions. And, when you can just hang out after practice and, like you said, break bread, it makes it that much more special.
So I'm talking to Coach Rankin just moments ago, and we were talking about how the game has evolved. And you're still a young coach. You got a lot of years ahead. Yeah, folks, keep coming. Don't worry about us. You got things to do. We're just going to keep talking and you keep walking. It's going to be a busy night here at Westgate. But he talked about the game as far as space and the spread offense. And, he was a successful coach, won state title, won Whitfield titles, did everything. But this game really is wide open. It's full throttle now. You really spread this thing from one side to the other, do you not?
Well, that's the style now. You want to get your playmakers in space, and hopefully they make plays for you. And right now our guys are. And that's the thing with the new style of offenses. I mean, not necessarily new. It's been around for a while, but, that's the key. It's kind of like basketball on grass. You just get the ball out to your playmakers and you're playing fast break offense. And that's kind of what we try to do as well. And hopefully our playmakers make plays and we get them the ball when they need to be.
When I first came here, there were some people in the backfield by the name of Douglas, Zanders, and Pearson, and they did the power I. Mm-hmm. So Coach and I were talking about everything that's old is new again. And you see what's happening with Derrick Henry with Baltimore. They've got a fullback. So you're still sprinkling in some of the old, and those old ways still work. If you basically block and tackle, and in particular the offensive line blocks and creates that space, you can still run the football.
Oh, absolutely. We want to run the ball first, even though we might spread you out. We're going to try and run the ball first and hopefully make plays, big plays in the passing game. But, teams have to do whatever their personality is. And, we'll sprinkle in some power football. And, I still love power football. What I like about this style of offense, it does get all kinds of guys different touches. And I think that's important, that you just spread the ball around, and it makes you have to defend the whole field.
All right, tell me about Bel Air, a little bit about them.
Well, Bel Air is Bel Air. They're scrappy. They're hard nosed. They're going to put up a fight on every down, and they got a couple guys here and there that can make plays. So you got to be assignments out on defense, or they're going to break a big play on you. So we got to be heads up, and we got to play our game and control what we can control.
Listen, while you were doing your thing in the Tri-County for years, and obviously growing up here, everybody knew about East Liverpool then when it came to being a football team, a school district. Has it lived up to everything that you thought it would be? Is this that kind of a community that you always wanted to be a part of?
Yeah, it is. I really enjoy my time here. It's been fun just to see the town come together and the community come together. They get excited on Friday nights, and we have a great atmosphere that I feel second to none. And we've been complimented a lot of times from the media and people out of town that we have a great atmosphere. And that comes from our community, and our players got to make plays to make it exciting. And the band, the cheerleaders, everybody's involved, the student section. It's a great atmosphere.
Big fan of the East Liverpool Education Association. So before we let him go and do what he has to do tonight, parent-teacher conference night, let's talk about education and why a middle school is so important, because it really is the turning point for so many students. So what the teachers are doing here they're cultivating and they are building and creating for the future. These are some very formidable learning years, are they not?
We do. We have 5th and 6th grade in preschool down here, so it's kind of a big difference in the kids. But our 5th and 6th grade staff, they're second to none. They really care about our kids, and we're trying to get them ready to move up to the high school and get in junior high, and it's a big step for those kids. So we're trying to get them ready down here.
You're feeling pretty good about this team right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I really do. I was disappointed with the first half of the season. We just didn't get many breaks, but our kids just kept fighting and clawing, and I like where we're at right now.
I've said many times the tale of 2 seasons can really make or break a football team, but you can see what they have as far as heart is concerned. Instead of going in that wrong direction after suffering some really tough losses early on, they said, look, our season starts this week, this quarter, this night, and they just continue to build. So that's a good foundation.
It is. Our theme has been, let's just go 1-0. Our playoffs started last week, and that's how we're focused. We're in our playoff mode now, and we got to win out. That's the way we feel.
All right. They're also at the field house tonight. It's a big night there, so I don't know how I'm doing it, but we're going to go up and talk to Cade Reynolds. He's getting ready for his very first season as head basketball coach in East Liverpool. Blue and white forever. Coach Cusick. I don't know if I'll get back before the year is over, but he has been so gracious to me, and he's always been very accommodating, and I'm very grateful for that. It's your Pratt Pack. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Go Potters.
Thanks.
All right.
That was the best.